A while back I went on YouTube and I looked for a video about the Volvo 850 series about how to adjust the parking brake handle. I found out that, but didn't find out much about how to actually change out the parking brake shoes and stuff like that. I've scoured the forums, Matthew's Volvo site, and Sweet Speed forums and stuff like that, and much to no avail. I even looked at the Volvo technical documents. They really don't seem to spell out much in there other than the really basics. And so I figured, well, it's about time for me to make a video on this to figure out what exactly is going wrong. So the first part of this problem, and by the way, this is a 97 850 T5. The trim doesn't matter whether it's base model, GLT, or a T5. This should be roughly the same for the S70, but I don't know much about the S70 other than it came out after this one. So the first thing you want to do is, or at least what I do, is after you've already removed the wheels and stuff and the rotors, is, I'm assuming no one's already done that. The first thing you want to do is sorry, the light turned off. Is you want to get a T50 torque screw and adjust this little screw that's sitting in here. And because of this clearance in here, I have two of these bits, and being a mechanic, I have a lot of snap-on tools, but you can get anything you want. But this is the standard torque right here. Of course, the only problem with that is that by the time you add it to the ratchet and stuff, the problem is that it becomes too long. So you end up having to put it like this, and you don't have any room for your ratchet in there and stuff. So what I actually used was what's called a this is something that I found on a Snap-on truck. I had to order them. These are what's called stubby torques, and these actually fit. They fit a lot better because now you actually have room for your ratchet and stuff. And I'll do much there in a minute. So essentially, when you have this, you have well, essentially what you do is you have room in there for your ratchet and stuff. I haven't gotten in there, but that's you get the gist of the idea. So the other thing that I noticed is that first of all, you have to actually adjust that right there all the way to the left. Not extremely tight, but you have to adjust it pretty snugly to get it all the way to the left. And we're going to close the door so the batteries are down. And this that right there is what happened when I cleaned off my things with brake cleaner and stuff. This right here is a good example of what happens. No, I didn't buy these at the dealer. I actually bought them at a web store, and I always get I usually get about at least 15-20% off the retail price. And by the way, this is the correct number that you want right here. It's actually what does it say? Give me a sec. This number actually says, there you go, Volvo brake shoes. It says 312-626-26. And it's actually going to come with, you're actually going to get four of these little things right here. These are the little, I'll show you these on the other side. And then you get 4 of the brake shoes. And the ones that I had At least on these are the ones that I actually had that were on the left side here. My left side they were dragging on one side right there and stuff. It's pretty bad. And so you walk around here. It's a 2-car garage, but sometimes it's a little bit fun to work in here and stuff. Okay, so the problem that I found is that, sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera and trying to film this at the same time. The problem that I found here is that this little adjustment lever here, specifically on this side right here, you actually have to have. Sometimes what you can do is, if these two points at the bottom are not lining up, what you can do is you can take like I did. What you can do is you can take like a little spudger tool like this, or whatever you want to call it. And what you can do is you can take it behind here and just barely nudge this out there on this side. And then, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that, most importantly, what you want to do is there's a lip around here, okay, on this side right here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that this lip right here is smooth with this pretty much all the way around. And this right here should be flush on the bottom right here as well. You shouldn't feel anything rubbing in there, because this right here, this lip right here is actually going to be the inside. Sorry, it's actually going to be the inside of your brake rotor drum. And okay, so also what you want to do is you want to make sure that the this adjustment screw is all the way in over here, and this little star rail over here is all the way inside of this. So what happens is when you adjust this, when you adjust it towards the when you turn it up towards the vehicle, what happens is it spreads it out. And what happens is that the other way is that it's folded in all the way. And what I do like to do is I also made sure that this little, well, my camera's not going to focus on that bad. I like to make sure that this little sensor right here is actually, that gives us called an exciter ring, is actually cleaned out pretty good with brake dust and stuff. And I clean this exciter ring here pretty good, make sure it's all clean and stuff. And the other thing is I like to brush this up with make sure this is all clean and stuff. These little guys right here are what you'll get. These little things right here are what you get new in the kit. And there's a single bolt that actually holds this on, and it actually sits behind that shoe right there and stuff. So, and then when you put on the rotor, in the rotor, you notice two things. On the left right here, you notice there's actually a pinhole for the alignment pin, and over here there's two holes over here. One is the lug nut hole, which is the one on the left, and the one on the outside is actually the alignment hole that you're going to use to adjust this the little star wheel right there and stuff. And so essentially, if you have any You know, and I always like to use the genuine stuff because it fits a lot better. And I don't really believe in turning rotors unless they absolutely have to. But you'll see these right here, they're cold. So what the problem is, they'll actually come with the name actually stamped in there and the part number and the specs and stuff like that. And so when you put these on here, what you want to do is, what I like to do is I actually like to, it doesn't really matter